Well, hello everybody and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June 13th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And welcome everybody. Hopefully tonight we won't have any technical difficulties and we'll get through the whole video without any glitches. I'm hoping, we're crossing our fingers and praying that we get through the whole thing. So last time, if you were watching, we did have some issues. So hopefully tonight will be much better and we won't have any issues. So hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day. We've got two projects tonight featuring the Fresh as a Daisy paper. So if you love the Daisy stamp set and Daisy paper, this is what we're going to be making tonight. So we've got a card, a really super easy card that is using the paper and one of my favorite colors, the Pretty Peacock. And then we've also got this cute little treat bag, which is really easy to make. It's out of a 6x6 piece of paper. And so you can get 4 of these out of one sheet. And I'm going to show you how to make that. So it's super easy. And you can put a couple pieces of candy in there. So we're going to do that. So let's let everybody get on here. I hope you guys had a great day. Did I say this is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com? I can't even remember if I said that yet. Hey, Francis. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Diana. Hey, Tony. Hey, Julie. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Lynn. Let's see. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Denise. Hey, Carol. Hey, Jean. Hey, Kay. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Minda. Hey, Irene. Hey, Lucy. Let me see. Sam. I don't see Spice Girl on here yet. Susan. All right. So, you know what's so funny is last time I totally forgot to talk about those Canada fires. Remember the other day we were talking about them about a week ago? And you guys were all talking about how all the smoke and everything was like everywhere. And I was like, wow, that's crazy that it's like coming down that far. And right after the video was over, I went outside to take the garbage out and it was all smoky outside. And I'm like, okay, that is crazy. Because I had been outside all day long, like sitting in the sun, never ever could smell anything. And then as soon as that video was over, I walked outside and could smell it. And then off and on, like the past week, every once in a while, we've had that smoke smell in the air, and it's been a couple days have been a little bit of haziness, but not too bad. But I just thought that was so crazy that it came all the way down here, because you know, we're pretty far. I mean, we're like halfway down the United States from Canada, so that's really far for that smoke to come. But I just thought that was so weird that we sat there talking about it the whole time, and then I'm like, wow. And then I walked outside, and I'm like, I can't believe that. But hopefully you guys are getting those under control if you're watching from Canada, because I went and looked it up on, you know, the Google to see what was going on. I was like, dang, that's a mess up there. So hopefully it's getting under control and you guys are getting rid of that stuff. Yeah, the wind must have changed, because here, I mean, it's been clear here the past few days, so I think it's gone somewhere else, but I don't know where. But yeah, I saw some pictures of it like in New York and stuff. It was terrible. Like you couldn't even see. It was really bad. But it was so funny because I was just oblivious, you know, because I don't watch the news or anything, because the news is just too depressing. So I get my news from like Facebook or you guys. Isn't that funny? I was telling my coworkers, I'm like, I had no idea what was going on in my YouTube. People were telling me all this stuff. And I'm like, what? I'm in my own little bubble. Lisa's in her own little Hallmark bubble. She doesn't watch the real world. Oh, I got to tell you about what I've been watching lately. This is good. Let me see. Oh, they canceled a baseball game. Oh, we're not even into peak fire yet. Well, I never knew about Canadian fires. You always hear about like California wildfires, but you never really, well, here I don't hear about Canadian fires. Spice Girl's on, yay. Hey, Joy. Hey, Joan. And hey, Spice Girl. How you feeling, girl? One lucky girl. Feeling good. All right. That is good. I'm feeling good today, too. I worked in the yard yesterday for like 5 hours. I was so exhausted. So if you're just joining us, this is what we're making tonight. 2 projects, a card and a little treat bag. That is, I found this, I can't even remember where I found it. I was just looking around through Pinterest and I saw this on somebody's Pinterest page and I wrote it down and now I can't remember who it was. I totally forgot because I found it like a month ago. I did these in one of my classes like a long time ago and I just found them when I was cleaning my stamp room yesterday and I was like, oh, I never did a video of these. So that's why we're doing them today. So we're using this paper, which is one of my favorite packs and it is on sale. So if you guys have not gotten this daisy paper, which I can't believe anybody has not gotten the daisy paper. Hey, Anya, how you doing, girl? The laughter's back, yes. Laughter is good for your mind, body, and soul. Well, if you guys need a good laugh, make sure, if you're not friends with me on Facebook, you don't have to be, because my Facebook page is public, so anybody can read it. Go to my Facebook page and read the post that I just posted earlier, and it is hysterical. It's a joke, but it is so funny. I almost peed in my pants when I read. Somebody else posted it and I copied it and posted it, but it's really funny. And I had to post at the top of it that it was a joke because at first I was just going to post it and let you guys read it. And then I thought, no, because then some people are going to take it seriously and think, oh my gosh, you know, and get worried. And then I said, no, I'm going to say it's a joke. I mean, because you can tell at the end it's a joke, but I thought, you know, sometimes I do that and you guys start reading and you're like having a heart attack and then you don't realize it till the end that it's a joke. So I said at the beginning it was a joke, but it's funny. So if you check out my Facebook page, it's Lisa Brooke Freeman is my maiden name. And so look for that. But you shouldn't have any problem finding. It's pretty easy to find. But it's a joke on there. It's really funny. What? Lucy says she cannot like the daisy paper. What? Oh my gosh. I love the daisy paper, especially the front piece. I wish, because this is the front piece right here. This is my favorite piece in the whole pack. And I wish we could get just a whole pack of this. And that's where the piece that I'm using today came from. So this is where I got this piece right here. So this piece right here is my favorite, but you only get 2 of them in a pack. And it's just so easy because you just cut it out. And I mean, it's basically like a card front. And like this one is so pretty and this one's so pretty and this one, I just love them. And you just got to cut them out. So that's the front piece. And then you got all these different pieces. This is the one that I used for that journal that I did, which was beautiful. If you missed that, I did a video. And then this one is similar to that one that we're using for the little treat bag. I love, love, love the colors in this one. And I've used a lot of this pack. This is, oh, I love this paper. This is probably the one I used the most, the pink one, because pink is my favorite color. This is that blue one again. I wish they had kind of done this as a double thing where they did, you know, how they do like half of a sheet of one thing and then they turn it around and do that half on the other side. I wish they had done that one like that. And then this is that piece that we're using today. And I think there's a couple more pieces I've already used out of the pack, but this is what I have left of that one pack. But it's on sale for about $2 off right now. So include all the paper pretty much is on sale. Almost, I think almost everything except for maybe 1 or 2 packs are on sale. So if you haven't taken advantage of that sale, make sure you do. If you order $50 or more and use the host code, you get the card kit featuring this card. So you'll get a set of supplies to make 3 of these. Make sure you use the host code. I have had a couple people still forget to use that. And then I had another person the other day that ordered $48. So please make sure that you order $50 because I would hate for you to miss out on the card kit by like $2, you know, or don't use the code. So make sure you use the code and do the $50. And then if it's over $100, you also get a pack of gems with it. And then we're using the stamp set, Cheerful Daisies, so you could get that too. So here is the flyer, and all these papers are on sale. So pretty much all of them are about $2 off if they are $12.50. And then there's one pack on here. No, there's one. This pack, the Delightfully Eclectic, is $30. It's on sale for $25.50. And then this pack right here is, what does that say? $10.50, and it's on sale for $8.92. But pretty much all the rest are $12.50 on sale for $10.62. So all your favorite packs are on sale. So make sure you stock up now before the sale is over. So let's get started. And I've got a bunch of cards to give away, and I've got a joke for you guys. I was telling my jokes to, I had a class this morning and we had a really fun time, and I was telling them the jokes because none of them watch my videos, which is fun. Well, one of them does though. But she hadn't seen the ones with the last few jokes. So I was telling the jokes and they were all laughing. So anyway, let me, you want a whole pack of one. You want a whole pack of the one. Oh, Susan, all you got to do is order it. You can order it right now. You ordered the Daisy Sweet last week, waiting for it to be delivered. What, Laura? You don't like it either? That's crazy. This was probably my favorite thing when it came out. Anya says you can't sleep. I know. I was up from last night from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Just couldn't sleep, so I got on like YouTube and Facebook, and now I joined Plenty of Fish again, which, ugh. Gosh, I hate online dating. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. So that's what I'm doing now. So I was on there looking, and that's just a like looking for a needle in a haystack. Trying to find a good man on there. Oh, Denise said she just went and read the joke. Some of the pieces on the cut apart sheet are okay, like the backs mostly. Read the joke earlier. I think you should use your powers of persuasion to get Stampin' Up to make a whole pack of it. Yeah, I don't have that much power at Stampin' Up. The clearance page is great for adding some small bits. I know. Yeah, good. That's a good idea. Lucy says the clearance page is great for adding small bits to get you up to the minimum. So if you have a $48 order, go to the clearance page. They have lots of stuff for $2 or $3 if you need something little, you know, or add a pack of dimensionals or something if you need just a couple bucks to get you over the edge. Very true. So, okay. Well, y'all don't need to worry about me buying it all up. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Okay, I missed something. Oh. Okay. All right, so this is what you need for the first one. It's a super easy card. 5.5 by 8.5 white. So that's just a half a sheet of white. 5 1/4 by 4 of the designer paper that I just showed you. So just cut that piece off. This is that Wild Wheat Baby Diarrhea color. It kind of looks like gold on this card, so that's a good thing. When it's just by itself, it looks like Baby Diarrhea, but when you put it with this color, it looks like gold. Isn't that funny? Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, that does kind of look like gold with that, but just on its own, it's ugly. It's definitely not one of my favorite colors. So that's 2 by 4. This is 2.5 by 1 white. That's for the words right there. And then this, I already went ahead and punched out. This is the Daisy die. This one, which comes as one piece. So you just pop it through the die cutting machine, and it all comes out as one piece. And then you just snip it. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. And then we'll sponge it, and you'll see the mistake I made on the sample, because when I made it, I forgot to do something, and you probably can see what I forgot to do already. But I made it and put it together, and then I went, oops. Not a fan of that color. I know, because it looks like baby diarrhea. And it's so funny because everybody says the same thing. Okay, so oh, did you get a screenshot of that? Hopefully. Oh, let me put that back on there. Let me see. We'll stick it in there like that. Okay, take a screenshot of that. Oh, somebody does like that color. I don't like it, but I do like it with this because it does look like gold, I think, on this color. But just plain, I think it's not. Darlene, I'm pretty much always at 7 o'clock unless something happens, like my internet's not working, like, you know, or I have a technical issue, or if something comes up, but normally it's 7 o'clock. Unless maybe I would have a date. Yeah, that would be nice. And I just realized when I was getting ready to start that this host code is supposed to go through the 15th, but since the next video is on the 17th, I think, is Saturday, because what's today? 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, yeah. So this code will go through the next video, so just keep on using that. And there's also one on my website, stampingwithlisa.com, that you can use that one too. So either one is fine till the next video. I don't ever use the code, like close it off until at least about a week later, so it doesn't matter. Don't have any good men in central Minnesota either. They're sick or have died. Wow, lots of widowed women. Well, here's the funny thing. So I put in the search on the Plenty of Fish, you know, what I was looking for, and it's not really that much of a criteria. You know, I put like the age range and, you know, height. I don't want too short. You know, I put 5'9" because I'm 5'7". I kind of like a couple inches. And then, you know, a non-smoker, no drugs, you know, just a few little things, preferences. And then I click search. Oh, and a like 50-mile radius. So click search. And so here comes some guys. I click on a guy and it says, last online, March 2023. I said, okay. Click on the next guy. Last online, January 23. Okay. So this goes on through like 30 guys I click on. None of them have been online. So they're all inactive people. I'm like, what is going on? I mean, my search wasn't really that narrow that there would be not one single person that fit what I clicked on. I mean, I just thought something's wrong with this site, that if I can't find one person that's been online in the last week. So I just don't understand what's going on, because something's not working. I kept looking back and I'm like, okay, what did I put on there that must have been so specific that no one is coming up? It's just weird. All right, so all you do is just snip those little flowers just like that. Did anybody notice what I forgot to do on the other one? On the original? I forgot to pop out the little holes in the middle. And I did, because you know, it's so funny when you run it through the thing, it doesn't really automatically pop those holes out like it should on mine anyway. So I had to go through and pop those holes out with the poker. So when I first did it, I thought they were supposed to be there. So I just sponged it and did it. And then I'm like, I saw another card. And I'm like, you know what? I was supposed to punch those holes out. So I didn't even realize that. All right, so I'm gonna stamp the words. This is Pretty Peacock. I'm just gonna do these right on the top. Don't you love photopolymer? You can see right through it and see exactly where it's gonna go. Love that. All right, so that's the words. All right, so here is what I did for these. This is my little trick. Let me get a piece of scrap paper. So I wanted to sponge the middle of these. Well, let me do the outside edge first, and then I'll show you how I did the middle. So So I wanted the outside edge with the, lost my sponge daubers, with the wild wheat. So I just took a sponge dauber and kind of went, just, oops, I forgot to tap off, darn it. So you just want the edges with that color. And don't forget to tap off so you don't get that dark spot like that. I just did. And I didn't bring a spare, so we're just gonna be stuck with that. Always tap off on your stuff. Oh, I guess we'll just do them all dark now. Okay, so what was I going to tell you guys that was funny? Darn, now I forgot. Gosh, I have a short-term memory. Gosh, I had something funny to tell you. What was I just talking about a minute ago? Oh, uh-oh. That's bad. It's kind of falling apart. I was working in the yard yesterday. And, oh, so hot outside. It was supposed to be cloudy and rainy yesterday, so I thought, oh, it'll be a good day to work in the yard. Wow, this little sponge dauber is falling apart. I must have grabbed a really old one out of my box. Look at that, it's just totally falling apart. So I go outside. It was only like 72 degrees, but it was so humid. I got a little piece stuck on here. And then about 15 minutes, I was just sweating so bad. And then it was supposed to be cloudy and raining. So I was like trying to hurry up and finish before it started raining. Well, then the sun came out. So it was totally sunny. And then it got really hot. And I thought I was going to die out there, but still stayed. I ended up planting all the rest of my flowers. Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. I can't remember what I was going to tell you guys. It was so funny. Oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. I had a really funny story. Okay. What were we talking about like 5 minutes ago? And then I was going to wait and tell you when I started the video. Oh, and I'm not going to use these leaves. You can use them if you want to, but I'm not going to use them. I can't believe the sponge dauber's falling apart. Oh, date people. Oh, date people. Yeah, that was bad. I couldn't believe it, though. They were all just like, nobody was showing up in that search. And I'm telling you what, some of those guys, they must like wake up in the morning and just take a picture as soon as they wake up without combing their hair, brushing their teeth, nothing. They're the most hideous pictures I've ever seen. I'm like, they literally look like they just rolled out of bed. And I thought, wow. Not even trying to look good. And they have these expressions on their face like they're mad at the world, you know, not smiling, nothing. All right, well, we still got the yellow. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside. So I've got this daisy like that. And see, when you stamp it right there, it does really look gold, doesn't it? Isn't that funny? Yeah, what else about it? I think it was something about that dating thing. Okay, then we're going to stamp this daisy right there. See how it does look gold right there. And then we're done with that. Then we're going to take this center one. This is the one I always get crooked because you kind of want to do it this way. There we go. All right, so that's the inside. And then we're going to do these two together. That is going to drive me crazy, though. I know I had something really funny to tell you. I don't know if it was about dating or not, though. And this goes like right about the middle, maybe a little bit lower. We had the funnest time in class today. One of the girls, she's like customer service for credit card company, and she was telling us about some of the calls she gets and how people just put it on speakerphone and then they go to the bathroom while they're on the phone with her, and she can hear like every single thing they're doing in the bathroom, and we're just dying laughing because she's on the phone with them and they're screaming at her about something with their credit card, and she can hear them just totally going to the bathroom, and she's just going, oh my gosh. And then she can hear them not washing their hands. I said I would be saying something to them like, you forgot to wash your hands. And she said, I can't because they tape our phone calls. And I said, I'd be like, can you take it off speakerphone while you're going to the bathroom? All right, so that goes there. Then you're going to glue that down. I can't even imagine doing that while I'm on the phone with somebody, you know? I mean, it's one thing like if it's your mother or something and you go to the bathroom, but to be on the phone with a complete stranger and they can hear you go into the bathroom, I would be mortified. I need a new website. That way you can see the worst side. Then you can. Oh, you know what I've been watching? Okay, so do any of you guys watch Bridgerton? I think we talked about this before a long time ago, but hopefully it's going to be starting back up soon. It's like one of my favorite shows. So, anyway, somebody told me about Queen Charlotte, which is like the prequel to Bridgerton. So I started watching that the other day when I was cutting paper and stuff for classes. And oh my gosh, that's good. So if you like Bridgerton, oh my gosh, you would love Queen Charlotte. It's all about Queen Charlotte when she was younger and how she met the king, and oh, so good. So, oops, I think I put that all the way over on the original one. So let me scoot it. There we go. So that is really, really good. And if you haven't seen Bridgerton, you really, really need to watch it because it is so good. And the Queen Charlotte only has 6 episodes, so it's an easy binge watch for you. Okay, so here's what I did with this. So I started sponging these. The big one is no big deal because you can just go like that. And it's like the perfect size. But, so there you go with that one. I think I did it a little bit darker. And now it looks so different because on the original one, I didn't have the holes popped out of it. And then for this one, you can do the same thing because you can just go like that. Well, then I got to this one and I'm like, okay, how am I going to get those little holes, that center? So what I did is and actually this is too big because I probably should do a smaller one. I punched a hole in this and then I kind of took the scissors and made the hole a little bit bigger. And this is still a little bit too big, but you kind of get the idea. So it just gave me, oops, a little bit smaller area to put the center part on so that I didn't get it like all over the whole daisy. Oops. So try that next time. I know this is a crooked circle, but if I was looking for a hole punch that size and I couldn't find my hole punch because it's about probably 1/2 inch circle maybe. I couldn't find it. Okay, so there you go. So see how that comes out pretty good. So if you use this just by itself, it'd be too big. So there you go. So just a little tip that I came up with by myself to try. All right, so now we're just going to put those together. And I put them on with dimensionals, and we need the little teeny tiny ones, which I never use. Let me read some comments. I know I'm missing stuff. You guys are probably talking about me. I tell you what, they had some interesting lives back in the day. I'd love to see what it was like living back then. Well, I wouldn't want to live back then because they didn't have things like bathrooms and um like in one scene the queen had to go to the bathroom, so she asked everybody to leave, but they never showed how she went to the bathroom. So they didn't show like is there just a pot in the middle of the room or what happens, but they're like give the queen privacy so she can go to the, you know, restroom or whatever. Um let's see. Yeah, people are gross sometimes. It was funny because we were talking back and forth about like the people that I talk to on the phone at work. They're the same way. I mean, a lot of people are nice, but then people just call and complain all the time. And it's so funny because people don't realize if they just called and they were nice, you would be so much more willing to help them. But if the first words out of their mouth are just mean, it's like immediately you just want to be like, oh, I don't want to do anything for this person because they're so mean right off the bat. And like at ours, and just like where she works, we do have notes in the computer. So if a person calls and, or has a balance or, anything about them, really, we notate the chart every time they call. And so if they say, da 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 da, we can just look in their chart and see if they're telling the truth, because it would be in their chart, a comment. And I don't think they know that. So you can tell if they're lying or not. And same with her. So she can look, like she said, a customer called. They're like, I have a late charge on my credit card, and I have never been charged a late charge. And she looks it up and she's like, well, you had a late charge in January, February, March, April, and May. And that she wanted to take it off. And she's like, that's your limit. You can't have any more taken off, right? So, oh, shoot. You know what? I put this on a dimensional right there. So I don't know how I'm going to fit this on here. Maybe I have to cut these in half. Maybe I could fit one right there. I have to cut some of these in half because they're too big. Cut a little teeny one. Uh-oh. I lost it. Guess what I'm doing in the morning? Going strawberry picking. It's going to be my last time, though. This is the last week for strawberries. This is like the record-breaking season of strawberries. It's never, ever, ever lasted this long. Never gone till June. So, but they're still picking them, and they're like plentiful. So they said they'll probably definitely have them at least the rest of this week. But it's supposed to be hot probably the rest of the week. So this is definitely the last week. But I'm so excited. I've been picking like 5 times already. I've eaten my weight in strawberries, I think. Okay, that's good. All right, so we're going to put these on. Oh, there it is. Oh, found it. Let me see. Just came on to say hi. I'm so... Bathrooms are important. Behind her, she is new and thought she had put up with whatever anybody said. The whole customer's always right thing. Oh, who are you talking about? I know. Sometimes the customers think they are always right, but they're not. But I think it's so funny when you have like notes like that and the customer's sitting there lying to you on the phone and you're like, well, you did have a late fee this month, this month, this month, this month. And we waived it for you, so you passed your limit. What are they going to say? And the lady started cussing at her. And I was like, really? Yep. I mean, why are you going to blame other people when it's clearly your fault? Okay, so stick this on. Let's see. We don't want to cover our words, so we're going to have to go a little bit sideways here so we don't cover those up. Okay, and then we're gonna put this one right in the middle. I love these daisies. And you know what's really nice? I'm doing a card in my class today, today and Thursday, and we're using these and layering it with the other ones that go on top of them. And you can just take like a quarter sheet of a paper and pop all of them out on at one time. And you know, kind of looking at it, I kind of like it with all of those dots still in there. I think that gives it more color in the middle. So maybe that wasn't a mistake. Maybe that was like a good mistake, because I kind of almost like it better that way. What do you guys think? You like it better with the dots in there or without? I can't decide. I think I like it better with the dots in there. All right, then we're gonna put some rhinestones. Don't need that anymore. Never too late. Guess you've fallen off the wagon. Oh, without. Happy accident. Yeah, that's what it is. A happy accident. How many Debbies we have tonight? Has anybody counted? Without. Oh, you guys like it without better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like it both ways. Okay, we're gonna try and put one of these in the middle. It'll still stick. So, oops, you know what? I put a big one there. Oh, I did use the bigger ones. Okay, so let's put that back and put a bigger one there and a big one here. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna, oh, I got one more little one. There's a little one there. Over there. All right, so then we just have to spray it with some shimmer. And shimmer shows up really well on this pretty peacock paper. So there you go. So super easy card. The hardest part is just sponging that daisy, really. Make sure you get a dauber that's not old and falling apart. That's so funny. I used that dauber for like 2 classes and it was fine. Now all of a sudden it's falling apart. So there you go, with the dots and without. So you can decide which one you like better. Only bad thing is you can only make 2 of these out of 1 pack of paper. Hold down the Vicky for. Is there only 1 Vicky? 7 Debbies. Is there any Lisas? They must be popping in and out. Let's see. Oh, there's peach picking. Yeah, we have peach picking right now in our area. We have strawberry picking, blackberry picking, and peach picking going on. So you can go do all 3 right all in the same place. So the strawberry field is right next door to the blackberry and peach field. So you can pick all 3 right in the same general vicinity. Okay, so now we're going to do this one. So this one, all you need is a 6x6 piece of designer paper. So I used this one from the daisy pack. I brought 2 spare just in case I mess up. I'm not going to mess up. The hardest part is scoring it. It took me like 4 tries to get the scoring right. Only because my pattern goes a certain direction. So if you're using a pattern that has, you know, if it's just polka dots or something like that, it doesn't matter. But with this paper, it has an upside, you know, right side up and a direction to it. So like with this one, let me see. This is the direction. So like the stems are going this way. So this would be the top, this would be the bottom. So for this one, it does matter where you score it. So I've got my scoring thing here. So this is the only thing you need is just this piece of 6x6 paper to do this, okay? So I've got directions. If you want to take a screenshot of the directions, there you go. So I tried to make sense of it. So if you have paper that has no direction, you don't have to start on the side. You could start at the top. It doesn't matter. But see, I'm going to start, I have my paper this way, but I'm going to start my scoring here, which means I'm going to turn it and start on the side, if that makes sense. So I'll show you in a minute after you take a screenshot. So take a screenshot of this and then I'll explain it, what it means. Sometimes life is better when you're your own woman. Meet a man and keep him as a consort. Ah. Oh, there's 2 Lisas. Oh, grapes. We have grapes too. We do have grapes too. There is a grape orchard in Knott's Island here. It's about 30 or 40 minutes from my house. They have grapes. But they only have like 3 kinds of grapes, and they're not really ones that I would want. They're like Scuppernong grapes, and I can't remember the other kind, but I think they all have seeds in them. So I don't go grape picking, but you can. And I think I'm pretty sure they make wine there too. Okay. All right. So if you got a screenshot of that, let me explain it. Okay. So what I was saying about if you don't have a pattern, you can just start right here, boom, start scoring. But if you have a pattern, you look at it here and you want your first score is going to be this bottom piece. So that means we're going to turn it. So if this is our top, we're going to turn it and do our first score this way. So that's on the side. So that's our score. That's 1 3/8 from the bottom, which is this one. So I've already marked mine. I need the skinny tip. All right, so that's 1 3/8 from the bottom. Then step 2, turn clockwise. So clockwise is this way. So then you're going to do score at 1 3/8 to SL, which means score line. So you guys probably can't see that, but the score line is right there. So that's the score line that I just made. So it's right there. So this is actually right here. Now is the bottom of the box. Then you score at 2 3/4 to the bottom. So 2 3/4. We're going to score, oops, all the way to the bottom. Then we're going to score at 4 1/8 to the score line. So 4 1/8 to the score line, which is right there. And then 5 1/2 to the bottom. So 5 1/2 all the way to the bottom. So hopefully that made sense to you. So if you have a regular piece of paper, you do the exact same thing, but you don't have to start on the side. You just start at the top and go. So, all right, does that make sense? So here was our piece of paper that we started with, going the right direction. We had to do our first score on this side here, so I turned it to do our first score at 1 3/8. And then the second one I did turned clockwise. And I did 1 3/8 to the score line, 2 3/4 to the bottom, 4 1/8 to the score line, and 5 1/2 to the bottom. So those were my scores right there. Okay. So the only difference if there's no pattern is you don't have to turn the very first turn. You can just start right going. All right. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. Because the first time I did it, I didn't think about the pattern and mine came up upside down because I just started scoring it and didn't think about the pattern there. So, okay, so now we are going to put it together. So here's my sample one. So you need to score these. So score your fold marks. And it's easier to see on the other side because it's just plain. So you can see my 2 lines that went all the way down, and then here's my bottom ones. And I can't really fold these yet, but so what you're going to do, and it's easier to see on this side, you're going to cut this one up and cut it off. And then the other ones you're just going to cut up to the square line. And then what I like to do, which is totally optional, I like to just cut a little sliver off of here just to make it a little bit easier to fold up so it's not like kind of on top of each other. That's totally optional, you know, just to have a little bit of space in there. If you want, you don't have to, but I just like to do that. Just a little sliver off of that. just so you don't have like those edges hanging over, like, you know, sometimes. Okay, so that way you just have a little teeny space in between those. All right, so then what you're gonna do is fold this over, and you're gonna put your tear tape on there, like right on the good side. So the green side is my good side. So we're gonna put that right there and rip it. And then on the last one on the opposite side, on the blue side, which is the inside, we're putting, oops, the tape right here. Okay, so there's our tape. All right, so now we're gonna put it together. So what happens is you're gonna peel this tape and you're gonna fold it in half like that, and it's gonna match up perfectly like that. So always make sure you check that before you peel this tape up. So we're gonna just peel that and then fold it in half. And it matches perfectly. So now it's just flat, but it's gonna pop up like this. So then we're gonna fold this into a box, and we want this one with the tape to be last. So we're gonna fold these two in, and then this one, and then the piece with the tape goes last. So we're gonna rip this off. This would be a good thing to use your little hooky-doo thing, this little dental tool for. that I couldn't figure out the other day what it's for. The hooky-doo thing. All right, so there you go. So now you kind of have a little fun-shaped treat box. So it's square on the bottom, but it's not square on the top. It's kind of like a pouch, you know, kind of like coffee pouch or something like that. And then I have a couple Ghirardelli chocolates. I didn't have any green ones, so we're gonna put those inside and then close it. So now we've got some chocolate inside, and I'm gonna put a little hole here. This is our old hole punch from a long time ago. And we're gonna take our ribbon. Where did it go? Here we go. This is our, I think that's the same color of the wheat, wild wheat ribbon. Yep. It does look gold though, kind of. And then just fold that in half. So it's like this. So that's gonna be like that. This totally looks like a dental tool to me, really. And then I've got some linen thread. And oh, I've been reading the comments. Let me go back and look real quick. Let me see. Cherries. Oh, you guys are talking about fruit still. Let me see. Starlet is camping. Oh, is that why she's not on here tonight? Lucy said, cutting those slivers makes such a difference. Yes, it does, because it kind of looks messy if you don't cut those little slivers. I found that it kind of just hangs over the edge and looks just kind of messy, and it's so much neater if you cut those little slivers off. Oh, it got blurry for a minute. I think it's focusing. Let's see. Catch a fish. Unless I catch a fish. Oh, a fella. That's funny. Oh, Lucy, you must be single too. Yeah, I need to catch a fish on Plenty of Fish. But a good one, not a catfish. I think that's the problem. Some of them are not real. They're fake. I've already run into a few of them. You gotta kind of weed them out. If they sound too good to be true, then they're fake people. Because they have this like sappy, sweet, you know, they just talk to you too like sappy sweet, and you're like, okay, that's not a real person. That's like somebody writing a book of poetry to you. All right, so I'm tying like a little knot here, and then I'm gonna tie a bow well, I'm going to tie the, let me cut that real quick. Make a bow. All right. So I want this side to be my front. I actually should have tied that the other way. Oops. Because I want this side to be the front side. So we're just going to pretend like I tied that the other side. All right. And then we're going to make our little tag. So I've got my paper and my punches. So we need to punch a 1 3/4 white. I'm pretty sure these are the 2 punches that Stampin' Up! Is selling again, the 1 3/4 and the 2-inch. I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I'm right. I'm not always right. For sure, I'm not always right. Definitely not always right. About half the time I'm not right. So there we go. We've got our 2-inch and our 1 3/4. We're gonna put our, do I keep getting blurry with you guys, or is it just me? I don't know why my screen's getting blurry. It's like blurry right now. That's so weird. Yeah, today's dating world is scary. I'm telling you. I'm only meeting like at public restaurants, that's for sure. All right, so you are what sunshine feels like. I think that's a cute little saying. That's a good one. And then we're going to put this on our circle. And this is garden green that I'm using. And the funny thing is, you know, garden green has been around for like 50 years. And I probably have 3 of almost every ink pad except for this one. And I only have 1. And I could not find it today. I had put it in another box. And I was looking everywhere for it. I'm like, oh my gosh, where is that garden green ink pad? I put it in another box and I was panicking because I couldn't find it. I said, I gotta find that ink pad. Time to order another one. I always have a spare somewhere. Okay, that's good. You guys are good. For some reason, I'm blurry and I don't know why. Let me refresh mine. Maybe it'll come back. Okay, so then we're gonna punch another hole in this one. And then thread this through. Oops, I got to add on here. Now I'm clear. All right, and we want to have that like dangling a little bit. So I'm just going to tie a little bit of a knot. Now it's fraying. Okay. So there we go. So it's kind of hanging a little bit dangly, and then we're going to tie a little bow. So they won't be able to get in this without ripping it open. We made it too difficult to get into. They'll have to rip it apart to get the candy out. But that's okay. It's just for decoration. Okay, so there we go. Let me see. I tied this one too tight, I think. I wanted it to dangle more. It's because I tied it on the other side instead of this side. Okay. Pull it a little bit more. It's not cooperating. Okay. You're going to love my joke. It's a real short one, but it's funny. All right, we're going to trim that and trim these down a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Oh, but you know what I forgot? Gems. We got a little pearl. Stick on here. A little gold one. Go there. I didn't squirt this one with any shimmer because it's a bag. But there you go. Isn't that cute? That's just a little treat to brighten somebody's day. I thought it was just so cute. So there you go. So there's my treats. So you have a card. And, well, the card doesn't really go with the treat, but, you know, you could change the words on there if you want to change it to something else. So there's our projects for today. So I hope you guys liked those. And now we've got a joke time, and then I'm going to give away some cards. So make sure you do thumbs up. We've got 86 thumbs up. We've got 145 people on, so we need some more thumbs up. Wow, April's 48 years with the same guy. Dang, that's a lot. Do these cards projects get posted on a blog? No, because I do have a blog, but I don't have time to post on the blog. So I post on my blog like maybe once a month, but it's usually not projects because I just don't have time. It's too much work to do that. Okay. Maybe. What set is the You Are What Sunshine Feels Like? It is from, oh gosh, what set is that from? You know what? I forgot. Does anybody know what set this is from? You Are What Sunshine Feels Like? I totally forgot. I'll have to look that one up. It's in the catalog. I know that. Because I looked for a good one to go in this bag. Thank you guys. Okay, all right, so let me pull the joke up. Hold on, it's a quickie. And then I'm going to give away some cards, so don't go away. Okay, here's the joke. A pig walks into a bar and orders 10 beers. Oh, this is from Tony, too. Tony sent me this one. A pig walks into a bar and orders 10 beers. As soon as the pig is finished drinking the beers, he pays the bartender and starts to leave the bar. Wait, says the bartender. You drink so much beer. Wouldn't it be wise to use the bathroom before leaving? Not for me, said the pig. I'm the type of pig that goes wee, wee, wee all the way home. That was hysterical. Oh, Desert Delights. That's what it's from. That's a quickie. You guys can remember that one. All right, so I've got a pile of cards here. I think I've got like 6 to give away. So let me get these out of the way. And I remember, let me see. I know I've got one for Mel because she hasn't won one in a long time. You and your quickies. Yeah, I love quickies. All right, first one goes to Mel. Let me write that on here because I'm going to get bumps on there. Is she even on here tonight? I didn't see her. But I remember last time she said she hasn't won in a long time, so I got her on here. All right. Next one, let me see. Great joke. Thank you guys. Let's see. When you do the white technique, do you use a water pen? No, usually I use a blender pen when I do the whites. Donna McCarty. Okay, Donna will do you today. All right, next one. Let's see. Darlene Erickson. Okay, you've never won. Who's never won? Thank you, Joan. Me, Debbie Davis. You've never won? Have you ever won, Debbie? Joan, you've never won. I don't think I've ever seen your name before. Winner is Joan Ballinger. And don't forget, if you win, you got to send me, where's my email? Here it is. You have to send me your address to Stamp Girl 2. Make sure you don't forget the 2. This is a funny story. So there's another girl that has stampgirl@cox.net, which is funny because I've had this email for 20 years. And when I first got my Cox email account, I wanted stampgirl@cox.net, but it was taken. So I had to add the 2. And so last time I had the winners last week, somebody sent an email to stampgirl@cox.net and she's like, "Hi, Lisa, I won one of your cards and here's my address, blah, blah, blah." So the girl who has it, her name is Carrie, which is funny because my sister's name's Carrie. She forwarded the email to me and she said, I think you have the email address stampgirl2. And mine is Stamp Girl. And she said, I got one of your emails from one of your customers, I guess. And she said, so I'm forwarding it to you. And I said, oh, that's so funny. I said, thank you so much. And so we just chatted back and forth, and I thought it was just so funny. You know what, Debbie? I think you have one and you didn't claim yours, but because I am almost positive you won one. Oh, Ballinger. I said it right. Judy Dempsey. But Debbie, I will give you another one because you're a Debbie. Debbie. So make sure you send me your address this time. But I'm pretty sure it was in the regular comments one time and you didn't claim it, so I re-gave it away. All right, last one. We will do... Let me see. And some of you guys who are saying I've never won, I don't remember you ever writing a comment until you say you never won. Are you guys commenting during the videos? Or are you just watching the whole time and then you say I never won? Let's see. She mails. Yes, I do mail to Canada. I mail cards to anywhere. I mail them all over and put those expensive stamps on them. They're like $1.30. I had to go to the post office to get them. I was like, holy cow, those are expensive stamps. All right, last one. Let's see. Pat Mater. You know what, Pat? You have also won one before because, and you didn't claim yours either. You won from the regular comments too and didn't claim it, but I'll get you another one. So this time, make sure you claim it, okay? Because I remember your name before too. So here you go, guys. I've got Pat, Debbie, Joan, Darlene, Donna, and Mel. So you guys send me your addresses, stampgirl2@coxter.net, and we are all done. I will see you back on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. It's $1.30 to mail. Yeah, it's like $1.30 for those global ones. Send an e-card. It's cheaper. Well, I can't send these as an e-card. That defeats the whole purpose. All right, you guys. I will see you back Saturday. Have a great week, everybody, and take care. Bye-bye.